at this stage in the season.
Yeah, Galloway's an exciting prospect. He's a super athlete. He's spent some time in the NBA. They're pretty excited to have him, and I think the Sydney Kings are happy to have him playing in the off-season.
Jump ball comes down with Matua Maliwach first up, and we're underway off the jump ball. So Kobe Shannon finding Ryan Beastie early, pops up the arse up, but it's deflected by the Bruins, and it is immediately sealed away by Keys right there. Manages to get the ball back, goes for the two early on, and the Bruins will take an early lead.
Yeah, they're going to push the pace, I think. The Bruins, they've got plenty of players, and they think they've got the pace to outrun the Falcons, so we'll see.
Sherry under pressure, trying to get round Keys, muscling it through, couldn't get the basket to drop, and it will come back with Bayer at the moment. Now coming on at the moment, we've got Hayden Blankley. Now he manages just to keep it in, and it doesn't look like it, and it has touched the baseline. The Falcons get the ball back.
I think Hayden Blankley was a bit lost in that offense then, so just a little bit of settling down needs to be done, I think.
Ball back with Shannon just up over centre court at the moment. Now EJ Stevens getting a touch on. Trying to spin close to the hoop. Doesn't get it to drop. It just rolls away from the rim. And once again, and the Bruins see off that layup raid. Now Blankley dropping it back. Here is Galloway coming onto the ball. Driving in close. Couldn't get the basket to drop. Stevens manages to keep the ball in, and he drives this one away. Now Beastie pulling up outside the arc. Gets away. Hey, from the defensively. Hey, was priming for the free. Thought better of it now. Maliwach trying to drive in close. Got Galloway there under pressure. Shannon firing from outside the arc, and another roll away from the Falcons. Bit of contact back there on Bayer at the moment as they go from out wide. The Bruins, and it sits down for 3 points. Andre Wolford with the first three-pointer.
Andre Wolford, veteran of the league, can't leave him open out there.
Ooh. Shannon wrapping round for Miles Cherry. Trying to get round Bruins at the moment. Stevens, he's under pressure from Wolford. They managed to hang on to the ball, but it's gone out over the Falcons sideline, and it will be retained Newcastle ball.
Body's spilling everywhere early in the game. Good to see the big men diving on the floor.
Four seconds on the shot clock. Stevens out for Cherry. They've got to try and get a shot away. He can't do so. And it comes back with Dominic Keys. Now it's on for Bayer. Hayden Blankley now with the ball. Gets round Matua. Now Galloway. Got BC in front of him. Looks to try and take him on. Drops it back for Blankley. Now trying to get round Matua. Does so. Drops it back. And it's 2 more points for Dominic Keys. Trying to run the floor now. Now the Falcons, good ball back to Beastie, trying to get away from Blankley, now driving in close to the basket, and this time it sits down. The first points for the Falcons.
Yeah, got to get yourself to the basket early on. Break the drought there.
Now it's back with Kalen Bayer at the moment. Then he gets away from Matua. He was really trying to put him under pressure right there. Wolford fires one out. Now back to Bayer. Inside ball for Dominic Keys with the bow. Slam dunk. The attitude early on from the visitors.
We're a bit worried because the rim is still shaking after that dunk, Connor, so we'll see.
Stevens trying to pop one up, doesn't get away with it. It's so from Keys, back to Wolford at the moment. Wolford firing wide. It looks like Blankley wide, and there's 3 more points on the board.
So Coach Morgan has called a timeout, and referees brought Jaden Goodwin in. I'm going to say for some defensive intensity. Jaden's an elite defender and really good organiser of his team.
So coming back from the baseline with
Boyle.
Ryan Beastie at the moment. Goodwin under pressure. Gets the ball back to Beastie. Half-court shot go on for O'Boyle. Now EJ Stevens trying to pop it up, but it just takes the rim. Now it's from Keys. Back now with Hayden Blankley. Now Galloway. Galloway going from outside the arc. He can't get at the 3 points, and it comes back down with O'Boyle. He sends it up for Beastie to drive in close to the hoop, dropping it back. EJ Stevens now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Beastie's got Fire on top of him, trying to go. It doesn't sit down, but Cherry does get it back, and he has drawn the foul.
Fun fact, I'm going to say this is first game Miles Cherry, Leo O'Boyle and EJ Stevens have played together since they graduated college in Lafayette. So a bit of fun to have them all back together on the floor.
So first free throw attempt for Miles Cherry tonight. First shot bouncing away from the rim.
Miles Cherry will be keen to see this one go through the rim because we really need some points here. Step up and try and eat into this 10-point margin that we've currently got here. And I think we're finally ready to go.
Yep, signal back on now. Cherry free to take the second shot. And this one sits down, so it's down to 9.
Thought I cursed him then. Oh my God, there's more subs. Nope. Dominic Keys being told you can't actually make a sub until the ball's in play. Coach Sardi doesn't agree, but it doesn't really matter. He doesn't have a whistle. So
from Byer now to Blankley. Reversing it. It's now back with Hayden Blankley at the moment. Now Byer.
Beautiful.
Interchanging of passes at the moment. They're trying to get round Ryan Beastie at the moment. Galloway looking to take the odds on. Drop, comes it back with Blankley, firing wide for Wolford, and it's a second three-point shot.
I think the Falcons went into a bit of a zone defense then, and unfortunately that left Andre Wolford wide open.
A Boyle for Cherry now. They're getting over the top of with Beastie now trying to pop it up, and he misses the basket completely, and it comes back now. Byer running the floor very quickly. Now with Evic, and he draws a foul. And the Bruins bench is up.
This is not the start that Coach Morgan would have been after.
Leo Boyle getting hit with his first personal foul of the season.
Just trying to help out there. He was a little bit over-enthusiastic. Dominic Keys finally
he's back in at the moment as Jake Neva goes to the side. Meantime, Cherry with the ball for Goodwin. Manages to get past Wolford. EJ Stevens out on his own now with Cherry. Cherry dropping back to Stevens. O'Boyle looking to drive, spin past Galloway. Gets it back to Miles Cherry. And another basket sits down.
That was a nice pass, nice find for Miles Cherry. I think they're still in the zone, or maybe some of us are.
Galloway looking to take the odds on himself, trying to lay it up, and he's drawn the foul. Also taking the advertising boarding right there, so foul has been called as Galloway just flattens the principal partner of the NBL1 East competition, Mitsubishi Motors, hopefully ensuring that even in poor conditions right across Newcastle and the Hunter Valley with the rain, that you're all driving home safely.
Jalen Galloway making his intentions clear here. He's putting the ball on the floor and trying to get to the basket whenever he can.
So the first shot made. And the second one goes down, so inside 5 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 20-5, the way of the Bruins. Now Goodwin. Dribbling up over center court now. He's got away for Leo Boyle. Now Beastie. Trying to get round Dominic Keys. Boyle trying to go for the shot himself. Oh, was so close to bouncing in, but the rim denied him. Now Blankley. Trying to reverse it around. Now Wolford trying to go for another shot. Doesn't get it down this time. Now the Falcons trying to go on the counter-attack. Goodwin trying to get around the screen there, but he loses the ball and it's stolen away by Byer. And now he's going to go drive it down. It's taken hands, but Dominic Keys puts it down.
That one might have almost gone in off O'Boyle. He'd be disappointed with that. Falcons still need to get a stop here.
Trying to get away from Keys. Trying to go for the spin, and it's a foul drawn. Andre Wolford hit with his first personal foul of the night. There's two more shots for Miles Cherry coming up. So Charlie McBeef now coming into the game now as Keys goes to the bench again.
Completely different situation to the women's game earlier, where the foul count was much higher. There's only 4 fouls so far in this quarter, so plenty of people running up and down and making good shots. And there's Miles Cherry.
2 from 2, yeah.
Doing Miles Cherry things, although he's limping. And they've rolled an ankle, I think, there.
Galloway, meantime, he's looking to take Beastie on. He gets the ball back and it's lost out over the baseline. And it will be Bruins ball as Matua Maliwach, as you're right there. Calf, Miles Cherry limping back to the Falcons bench. Ryan Beastie also coming to the sideline as Lewis Mason also getting his first minutes of the night. They drop it back with Evic. Now with Bayer now for Wolford. Wolford just taking a step back, assessing the situation, jumps the shot, and it sits down. 2 more points.
That brings Lewis Mason to the court while Miles goes to the change room with the physio.
O'Boyle under pressure from McBeef. It just rolls away from the rim as the Bruins another defensive rebound. Bayer now looking to drive this one in close. He gets the ball back for Evie. And Jane Mevick, another 2 points.
Jaden Goodwin calling a different play here.
Mason, Alexander Clinton out into the game now. Clinton trying to get away from Wolford. The pressure, one bump, now taking the jump shot, bounces off the rim. O'Boyle with a rebound. Now coming back to Clinton and he draws the foul.
Great hot spot cut, Alex Clinton. He got sat down on the baseline there, but he's going to get 2 free throws out of that.
So Bayer getting hit with his first personal foul as he finally gets subbed out for Thomas Buvak now coming into the game. So it'll be 2 shots for Alexander Clinton at the moment. First one rebounding off the backboard. No mistakes for the second one. Still an 18-point gap in favour of Bankstown at the moment. Wolford. He's got 3 men deep to work with. Now it's with Wolford back from Galloway. Now Buvak, first touch. Trying to bring players onto the ball. Evic now back for Duvak at the moment. Holding it up and it just rolls away. But Evic gets the rebound. Under pressure at the moment and it's 2 more points. 2 minutes away from first quarter time. It's 28-8 for the Bankstown side. Now Maliwach. Back for Mason. Trying to bring Clinton onto the ball. The spin now Matua. Thought about it for a second now. Looking to drive this one forward at the moment. Hasn't thought of a shot yet. Now he does take the shot and it sits down for 2 points.
The 2 trying to draw attention to the fact that he's being very closely guarded there by the Bruins, but I think that's...
Galloway draws a foul here for 2 more shots. So Boyle hit with his second personal foul of the night. Ryan Beastie coming back into the game now. 2 are getting an early breather.
No, I think O'Boyle's coming out. I think the 2's just come over to ask a question. Or make a suggestion, it's hard to tell. But
meantime, Galloway with his another throw here. First one down. But the second one's rebounded away and Goodwin comes back with the ball. Now here's Beastie. For Clinton. Looking to take this one in close. Back to Mason. He almost lost the ball there. It's taken off the rim. Now it's back with Beastie. Trying to set this one to sink in. And he does so.
Yeah, he's going to keep banging away there at the rebounds like Beastie. And,
Buvak, like I should say. It's a back for Galloway going from outside the arc and it sits down.
It's a smooth shot, isn't it?
Cool as you like from Jalen Galloway right there. Mason now trying to look Get a good look in at the moment. Clinton trying to get around the front. Onto Edwards. Ball spilled. Comes back. Now is Matua. Looking to drive this one in close. Oh, the reverse ball doesn't work. The Beastie manages to come away with the rebound. Now Clinton still got 10 seconds on the clock as they try and go from out wide, but it just hit the baseline.
It looks straight out of the hand, but not quite. Good to see Miles Cherry has returned to the bench after some treatment from ex-Falcon, Tom Dawson from Regent Street Physio.
Thomas Doust now checking in for the first time from the baseline. Setting it up with Buvak now, trying to get past Goodwin. Good ball back in court. Now firing it out for Buvak. They're trying to maneuver into the right position. Now McBee, and it's a travelling violation.
Good D there from Lewis Mason to force that trouble. And shout out to Lewis's mum, Lisa, who helped us out with the commentary on the women's game.
It is Cherry at the moment. Now Mason getting a breather. So Beastie finds Alexander Clinton. Now it comes back to BC on the reverse. 30 seconds till first quarter time. Matua trying to push off McBee. Cherry trying to get open at the moment, but Matua draws the foul.
Matua Malowach just forcing the referees to make that call. Now I'd have to say the Falcons are probably keeping themselves in this game through the free throw line at the moment, so they need to get some more goals from the field.
So Matua Malowach, first shot of the night. That's the first. But the second one's rebounded away, and it comes back now with McBee. Time running down here in this opening stanza between the Falcons and the Bruins. Now here's Douse, gets the ball back there at the moment. It's now with Edwards, now dropping back for McBee, going wide of the arc. It rebounds right back down for Clinton. Now Beastie, they're trying to get a statement ball before first quarter time, but Cherry can't get it to sink. So at first quarter time, the Bankstown Bruins a healthy lead early on, leading the Newcastle Falcons 32 points to 13.
There's plenty of people huffing and blowing as they come to the bench there after Falcons cheerleaders here each week, putting on some entertainment for what I have to say is a pretty big crowd. People obviously been out and enjoying this one day of sunshine today, and now they're back in to cheer for them for their.
So back with Edwards at the moment, just fresh now into the second quarter, trying to mark up against Miles Cherry, going wide, can't get out of the sink, they're down for free, then Beastie comes away with the rebound. Now Malowach looking to drive this one in close, fires a pass back out to Kobe Shannon, but it just rolls off the rim, and it's back down with the Bankstown Bruins. Now McBee, intercepted by Ryan Beastie. Now Matua can open up for a counter-attack at the moment. Matua hits, spin, back to Miles Cherry, but another defensive rebound has drawn a foul.
Yeah, running the floor. He's a man on a mission coming down the floor like that, Miles Cherry. He's going to get himself back to the foul line.
So Thomas Douse getting hit with that personal foul right there. Just managed to sit down that free throw shot from Miles Cherry. Already 5 from 8 so far tonight with the free throws. So 2 from 2, the difference is 17. Buvak links up with Douse. Douse trying to spin around Ryan Beastie at the moment. Good pass from McBee, but they can't get the ball, and it's over the baseline.
Yeah, defensive pressure from Matua Malowach there again. He's a very energetic defender with good instincts.
Hayden Blankley now checking in for Charlie McBee. Just after the ball, looping pass out from Malowach, now up into the Bruins side of court. Now Clinton for Miles Cherry, trying to bump away from the defense. And another 2 points right there. He gets away from Marjack, no trouble.
He made Marjack dizzy there with all those pivots, but anyway, effective in the end.
Now Blankley got Cherry in front of him, looking for support, going himself, and it's 2 more points. Falcons double-digit lead, 17 points. Shannon gets a ball back for Sherry. He's trying to bump away from Jack again now. Kobe Shannon inside the arc, and it's 2 more points to the score.
Falcons cutting into this lead a little bit, but you've got to go each possession, try and get one stop.
Buvak over the top for Mojak. Mojak now, Buvak looking to try and take this one on himself. Second thought, Mojak hangs onto the ball. Now Buvak going from wide of the arc and 3 points under. So 18 points separating the two sides at the moment. Early stages of the second quarter. Shannon, good low pass for Cherry. Now he fires one out the back for Clinton, going wide and 3 points! Finally some luck for the Falcons out wide.
Alex Clinton, elite shooter. Love to see it go through the hole for him.
Thomas Buvak now. Dropping it back now. It's with Edwards. Back for Thomas Dowse now. Now Buvak going back from a jack, trying to float that one in, but he just takes the backboard. Now Matua trying to get the transition right as he bumps one off, and it's traveling. Offensive foul called against Matua right there. A little bit over-aggressive on Thomas Buvak right there.
Yeah, I think he was a wee bit unlucky there, but Buvak didn't get out of the way, and you can't go over the top of people.
So Keys now getting some early minutes on.
Oh, he's back.
And Dowse will come to the sideline as now Gomar Jack now from the baseline after that offensive foul called against Matua.
Just keeping the ball in the backcourt there.
3 men deep at the moment. They got Mojak round the center of the arc at the moment as they try and get the ball to him at the moment. Trying to swing round Edwards in underneath, holds it up, and it's that pinch by Miles Cherry.
Oh, wow.
And it will be Newcastle ball.
Buvak a wee bit hard done by then. Cherry had the ball and was about to take off with it, but referee's called a foul, and we're back with the Falcons.
Shannon holds it up for Matua now, but he's got Blankley in front of him. Cherry now, he's got Keys to deal with in the competition, and it's 2 more points to the score.
Miles Cherry being a handful, just doing Miles Cherry things down there low.
Now Jack for Edwards. Jesse Edwards trying to link up with Buvak now. Buvak, he's got Shannon right on top of him, dropping it back for Keys, and that one rolls in for 2 more. Down to 15 at the moment, 39-24 in favor of Bankstown. Shannon, meantime, trying to drive in close to the rim, manages to hang on to the ball, dropping it back. Ryan Beastie outside the arc, bouncing off the rim, and another defensive rebound for Bankstown. So Buvak with Majak, now Edwards. Tua trying to swallow the ball once, now it's with Blankley, back to Buvak. Long ball cross court at the moment. Blankley, Beastie had him under pressure, but not enough as 3 more pointers added to the total.
I felt like the Falcons had a bit of a run there, but it's still 18.
Shannon now, he's wanting to drive this one in close. Sherry manages to hang on to it. Under pressure, he's getting double teamed at the moment, but he pumps off from Keys and adds another 2 to his tally.
Muscled his way in there. Say Miles Cherry's up to 13 points. That's half the Falcons scoring at this stage.
Edwards dropping back from a jack. Shannon just putting Buvak under pressure as they try and go for another 3-point shot. Just rolls away this time. Blankley comes back with it. He's got Clinton trying to zone him out at the moment. Now it's back to Edwards.
Nice
and it will be Bankstown ball.
Meloarch getting a nice block there on the baseline.
So Leo Boyle and EJ Stevens coming back into the game. Despite the good block from Matua, it will be Bankstown ball.
He's getting a well-deserved rest, I think.
42-26, 5 minutes out from halftime here at the Newcastle Basketball Stadium. But Jack just hands it back off to Fire at the moment, but it's taken Newcastle hands. Beastie now running the floor, comes back with Miles Cherry. Now it's Leo O'Boyle trying to go wide of the arc, but it just bounces off the rim. Beastie comes back with it. Offensive rebound, O'Boyle. Now with EJ Stevens. Fought at the three-point shot the first time. Dancing around with the feet at the moment. Now with a jump shot for 2 points.
That was a nice move, wasn't it? Very smooth there from EJ Stevens.
Now Galloway linking up. Oh, Shannon almost with the turn-up. Another steal at the moment as the ball goes loose. It's still Bruins possession though.
Touched almost everybody on the way out. That was a hard one to call.
So a timeout called by...
Goes up, you want to make sure you secure it and you're running back the other way.
But no doubt Josh Morgan will be happy with only 3 turnovers to this point.
Yeah, I think he'd be happy with the effort in this quarter, and you know, the Falcons, if they keep chipping away here, should be able to eat into what was really a pretty ordinary start.
Blankley with the ball now. He's got Dominic Keys onto the inside, trying to get round O'Boyle, and is rewarded with 2 points.
Super athlete, Keys.
Shannon driving this one in
Shannon.
close. He's run the length of the court, and the Falcons have cleared 30. Blankley looking to try and get players assembled into position. Looks to drive this one in himself, but there's another turnover here. Newcastle now got some front foot attack, and Kobe Shannon rolls it in for 2 more points.
Yeah, Falcons playing defense as a team here, helping each other out and making life pretty difficult for the visitors.
Galloway now. Going from outside the arc, can't get the bounce, but it comes back down with Bankstown off the backboard right there.
One of those offensive rebounds we were talking about before.
Fire inside ball for Keys, and he's drawn a foul.
I think Ryan Beastie had no choice there, but
Goodwin coming back in now. Kobe Shannon getting a breather after a...
Kobe Shannon was pretty good in that patch. Made some things happen on offense.
First shot successful from Dominic Keys.
Falcons crowd here giving a nice warm welcome while he's trying to shoot a free throw.
And it rolls away. Cherry manages to keep that one in there. And now Goodwin in charge of the ball, coming up, dribbling over center court at the moment. Looking to try and bring some guys into position. Stevens dropping back. Cherry has it. Tries to... falls by right there. Tries to hit and spin. Trying to get away from Dominic Keys. And it will still be Newcastle ball.
Yeah, they're still struggling to contain Cherry down low. But Falcons definitely playing as a group here, which is what you want to see.
Stevens going from outside the arc, but he misses completely. And it comes back with Andre Wolford. Wolford for Blankley. Now Byers just took the outside of the hoop, and Newcastle now attacking through EJ Stevens for O'Boyle. O'Boyle had 2 right on top of him there. Now Stevens. Got Byer on top of him. They managed to get past Galloway. And a foul has been drawn, and the basket will count. Dominic Keys just sort of putting the arms up there. He wasn't so sure about it.
Well, he definitely got sealed by Miles Cherry, and then he had no choice but to foul. And that's that understanding that we were talking about before from people who have played together for a long time. Really nice movement from Stevens to O'Boyle, and then Miles Cherry just giving a clinic down there about how to play big and make the most of the space you've got.
Extra point coming up for Miles Cherry now. Doesn't get it. Difference now 11, 2:26 on the clock as now Galloway going wide of the arc, and it's another 3 points on the board.
He's all business, Jalen Galloway.
O'Boyle, meantime, looking to drive this one in close from the free throw line. He can't get the ball to sink, but he gets it back from Blankley.
Wow,
But it will be Bankstown ball. Just couldn't convert the steal.
He's yet to connect on the on offense, but wow, he's given it his best shot down there. while there's a bit of a break in play, if you're not here in the building, you might not be able to take advantage of all the atmosphere. We should give a shout out to the master of sound next to us here, Doogie Marks. Does a great job each week with the music and making it a real event for people.
Byer, meantime, linking up with Galloway. He's trying to fake Beastie out, now goes from outside the arc, and it's back-to-back three-point shots.
Breaking the heart of the Falcons is Jalen Galloway.
He was toying with Ryan Beastie on that play. Now O'Boyle, but a block coming up from Jaden Evick. Looks as though Jude Jennings will get some early minutes here. EJ Stevens coming to the sideline.
Jude Jennings, energetic young player.
Looks as though
it's a different look.
Newcastle ball right there. A little bit of pressure from Blankley. Cherry dropping it back for Beastie. Now, Goodwin trying to just go for a two-point shot. Rebound. Cherry manages to hang on to it. Now O'Boyle. And it finally goes down.
Welcome back, Leo O'Boyle.
Galloway, meantime, he's now looking to drive this one in close. No, gets it back. He's now got Kalen Byer. Byer now trying to go in close to the hoop. Evick tries to pops it up. It's taken a sea of hands, but Newcastle come down with it.
Again, all playing together as a group.
O'Boyle going wide of the arc, and it's 3 points.
Oh, he's pretty happy with himself too, isn't he?
Keeping the Bruins honest. 60 seconds still half-time. Down to 12 the difference. Blankley looking to try and extend that at the moment. O'Boyle really under pressure. Ball's stolen and an immediate Falcon into the back of Leo O'Boyle. I don't think Ryan Beastie was intending that one.
I'm sure he wasn't, and sorry, but I think that's not funny at all, because
he looks as though he's also cut the finger in the eye at the moment.
No, he's just sweaty, I think.
Mature, either way, has just come back into it after that untimely Falcon from Ryan Beastie. No doubt
that was
from the co-captain.
I think Ryan was, let's just say they weren't on the same page there. But no malice, and I'm sure that Leo will be back momentarily.
Evick, Galloway on the wraparound, trying to go in close, can't get it down. Mature comes up with the ball, but he's under pressure. Evick was really up in the face. Now Jennings getting a touch onto the ball now. Trying to get away from Galloway. Now Matua trying to take this one a little bit closer. He's had Byer on top of him. Now Goodwin out wide. A bit closer into the hoop for Miles Cherry. Reverse ball doesn't work, and it's another rebound. Now Blankley leading the charge down court. Trying to float one for two. Coming off hands. It's now back with Byer. Blankley, as time counts down. Galloway couldn't get it down, and it's a defensive rebound. Both with Miles Cherry. Is Beastie audacious half-court shot that it doesn't pay off. So going into half-time, it is still the Bankstown Bruins with a healthy lead, but it's been trimmed away a little bit, leading.
Making her way back. So welcome back. Can't start without a chair.
So it will be Leo O'Boyle.
Oh, or a timekeeper. No, she's right. Go.
From centre court, it will be Newcastle to get us back underway after that slight delay from the local crew here. Now it's with Goodwin.
See Bankstown in a bit of a 1-3-1 zone here. You'll see them stretching the floor.
Alley for Goodwin. They've got Beastie wide, but Blankley came up to pressure him right there. Beastie inside ball for Miles Cherry, and O'Boyle will draw the foul by the looks of it.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe to counter the impact of Cherry, Coach Sardi has gone to a zone.
Andre Walford getting hit with his first personal foul of the night.
Leo O'Boyle's not getting a free throw there, despite appeals from almost everyone.
So instead from Josh the baseline, Cherry firing out the back for Beastie. Now Matua Maliwach on the wraparound, trying to drive this one in close, and there's the first points of the second half.
It's exciting when he's going up high, going to the basket. Love to see it. We're back to 10, Connor.
Jalen Galloway now with the ball on this layup, drops it back for Hayden Blankley. Blankley trying to push off from Beastie, trying to wrong foot him inside the arc, but it bounces off the rim. Goodwin almost colliding with Matua in midair. So the friendly fire setting's still on, apparently.
Apparently.
Matua for Cherry, now back the way of Maliwach. Dropping it back for Goodwin. Beastie wide now, wanting to drop in now. Goodwin going outside the arc and 3 points on the board. It's now down to a single point differential.
Well, the good start that we were suggesting was required seems to be happening.
Kalen Byer fires it back up. Aiden Blankley looking for a free in response. He can't get it, and Beastie comes up with it. Now Maliwatch trying to speed things up along here for the Newcastle Falcons. Wrapping round inside the arc, fires a pass out wide for Goodwin, and that's 3 more points!
Jaden Goodwin letting his mum and the people in the crowd know. Love to see him be so excited. We're down to 4 now.
Falcons continuing the momentum. Byer scraping on the floor with Beastie. Jump ball being called.
Said it before, people underestimate the length of Ryan Beastie's arms. He's an excellent defender.
Back-to-back threes from Goodwin.
That was cool.
Sending a message from Jalen Galloway. In an exact mirror of it now, Captain Andre Wolford trying to get away from it. Now back with Galloway. He's got Beastie trying to pressure him. Galloway can't get the basket, and Beastie fighting with Galloway.
Bit of frustration there from Galloway, I think.
So the Sydney Kings forward getting pinged there.
Yeah, great rebound from Beastie.
So just in front of the Falcons bench, Goodwin. Once again, Wolford trying to really pressure Matua, very alert at the last second. Trying to fight off Kalen Byer at the moment as he looks to try and drive to the free throw line. Beastie from outside, 3 more points, it is 1 to difference.
Oh my goodness. Coach Sardi scratching his head here.
2.5 minutes of the third quarter, and 3 3-pointers have really cut down the difference. Blankley trying to roll one in for 2, doesn't get it. And now back with Goodwin.
Yeah, Bruins really forcing up some shots here.
Now with Cherry for Matua. Trying to avoid double teaming. Miles Cherry for the lead, and it rolls in for 2 points.
Curtis Sardi resisting the urge to call a timeout, but it's been a very impressive start from the Falcons.
Blankley, Wolford, now Byer. Byer just coming to a stop at the moment. He's trying to bring Dominic Keys, using him as the screen, now using him as an attacking option, trying to get past O'Boyle, does so, and we have another lead change.
Yeah, O'Boyle couldn't do much there.
O'Boyle, Miles Cherry. Looking to try and go in and around, drops it back for Beastie. Now it's O'Boyle, outside the arc, couldn't get the 3-point shot. Goodwin might try again. Low pass for Maliwatch.
They've got him
Eight
isolated
on the board, and Matua gets 2 points.
Tua Maliwatch, crowd favourite. Love to see him make the mid-range jump shot.
Wolford now. They're just trading the lead at the moment between Newcastle and Bankstown. Byers trying to signal Galloway in a good position, going wide. He can't get the free, and they managed to keep it in away from the baseline.
It's a 15-2 start from the Falcons.
Beastie rolling it up and rolling it in. It's now a 3-point lead for the Falcons.
And still no timeout. Not that I'm suggesting there should be one, but...
Byer looking to drive this one in close, gets away from Goodwin, firing wide for Galloway, now for Blankley. Here now, Keys with the dunk!
Yeah, Falcons lost sight of Dominic Keys there. Some subs waiting to come in.
And substitutions have been called now.
Everywhere.
Kobe Shannon now wearing 12. Checking in now as Ryan Beastie looks, as they'll just fix the hoop up there after the dunk. And Charlie McBeef also checking back in as well.
Wow, Jaden Goodwin, huge impact in that first 4.5 minutes, I think, Connor.
And Thomas Buvak also back in for the second half.
Ooh, assistant coach Chris Harold making all sorts of signals here, so we'll see what the Falcons are looking to run this time down the floor.
So Kobe started the game in 5, now wearing 12. Maliwatch for Ryan Beastie. He now for Shannon.
Oh, nice cross screen, Ryan Beastie.
Cherry under pressure, avoids double teaming. Buvak almost came up with the steal. And now Shannon from inside the arc for 2 more points.
He's just rolling now.
Now McBeef just up over center court. The Torch really trying to blitz him. Oh, and Beastie got the
arms again.
Arms up in the air. He's got the ball and running it in, and it just rolls in for 2.
Using the basket as protection, and now the Falcons are up by 5.
Turnover counts. 8-4 against Bankstown at the moment. Galloway. Oh, he's lost the ball. Cherry forced the turnover. Shannon looping it over the top of Beastie. Now firing to Matua in good space at the moment. Slowed up a little bit. Buvak pressuring. Beastie now gets past Galloway for O'Boyle. Now O'Boyle firing out wide. Right for Matua. Maliawatch can't get the free. Bankstown come on with it through Keys.
And the crowd's really come alive here, haven't they, Connor? It's even noisier inside our headphones.
They have as Galloway comes up with the lost ball, but it will be a foul against Ryan Beastie.
Ryan Beastie's really got under Dallin Galloway's skin here.
So EJ Stevens. So coming back out now, it still will be for the Bankstown Bruins. Shell-shocked in the 3rd quarter here in Newcastle.
Yeah, but look, they had that amazing start, so we know that they'll come back. Keys, I don't think, has really been very involved.
Bit of a rebound from Miles Cherry right there. McBeef now with Thomas Buvak. Buvak trying to get around Kobe at the moment. And audacious pass, Keys couldn't get it the drop, and it's back down with the Falcons.
Yeah, the alley-oop is exciting if it goes in, but...
O'Boyle for Cherry, good spin right there. Now EJ Stevens trying to get in close. Now back to Kobe Shannon. Shannon, good inside ball for O'Boyle. Boyle, 8 seconds on the clock as Cherry going wide of the arc. Didn't have the height for it. And it will be back with the Bankstown side. McBeef let the ball behind, managed to retain it. Now Galloway. Galloway looking to drive close. Buvak wide of the arc and misses.
Missed everything.
Now with Stevens. Trying to get around Wolford. Drops it back for Cherry. Now it's with Shannon. Kobe just trying to use the floor to his advantage. Drives it in close for 2, but Keys comes away with the rebound. End-to-end stuff here at the Newcastle Basketball Stadium. Galloway firing wide for Andre Wolford, and that is a 3-point statement.
Yeah, Wolford, he's been handy. And they've needed to score each time he's stepped up.
So back with the Falcons. Lead cut down to 2 at the moment. Beastie pops a shot over the top for Cherry. Trying to avoid double teaming from Galloway, but they've drawn the foul.
Yeah, Falcons Bruins having to double team to try and contain Miles Cherry.
Lewis Mason checking into the game now. Leo O'Boyle getting a breather right there.
Yeah, shout out to Emma and Vic from East End Flower Co., sponsors of Lewis Mason.
First shot rolls away. But luck of the second. And the 3-point buffer re-established. Now Galloway, transition for Buvak. Now it's back to Galloway. Got 3 deep in and around the arc at the moment. Wolford for Galloway. Trying to use Evic as a screen. Trying to punch through.
Ooh. Beastie doing a great job there on defense, and good help from Shannon, but just got his hands in at the last minute.
Shannon pinged with a foul is O'Boyle now giving Miles Cherry a breather. After 4.5 minutes, why not?
Yeah.
Galloway, meanwhile, dropping it back for Buvak. Trying to use Evic as the screen at the moment, trying to get past Shannon. He goes in close, and that's 2 points. It's a 1-point game right now. Shannon manages to hang onto the ball, but he doesn't. And it will be Bankstown on ball.
He got mugged by, is that Charlie McBeef?
Yeah, Charlie McBeef getting pinged for a personal foul. That's his second one of the night. So a lucky escape for Newcastle there. They would have had the ball roll in towards the Bruins bench.
McBeef had a lot of questions there for the referee, but it's still a foul, and the Falcons still have the ball.
Shannon for Beastie. Just shielding off McBeef. Now O'Boyle for Mason. Then Shannon dropping back. Now EJ Stevens. Look at it going closer. Slam dunk. They're just trading shots at the moment. Bubak reversing it for Wolford. Dropping back towards centre court. He's trying to get a good screen going. Now going wide, and it's 3-point shot. No, saying it only is 2.
Falcons got to get a handle on Andre Wolford. He's really lighting up here.
Beastie looking to go in close. He couldn't hang on to it, but he's drawn the foul.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wily veteran against a younger
Bubak
player there.
Getting pinged for the foul, and it will be a free throw here.
I think the Bruins have done a good job of containing Beastie as well. He's been one of the top scorers for the Falcons.
That's 5 team fouls now up for the Bankstown Bruins. The first shot going down for Beastie. And a second one converts. So another timeout called. Oh, no, substitution. Alexander Clinton now giving Beastie a breather.
I don't think he'll be having a very long one, but it is good to see him getting a bit of a rest.
So now with Thomas Bubak, he tried to split them up through the middle. And no one to support now, McBeef. No one for the screen at the moment. Now an audacious pass that sails out over the baseline.
Falcons doing a great job of keeping the ball out of Galloway's hands, and I think the Bruins are a little bit out of sorts when the ball doesn't go through his hands.
So O'Boyle now up over centre court, but it's taken the hand of McBeef, so it'll be another run of the ball for the Falcons, I should say. Now with Shannon. Got Bubak in front of him, uses Mason as the screen, trying to go in close. He couldn't get that one to drop, and now Evick out for Galloway. Fires it up for Wolford, going from outside the arc, bounces off, and it's a 3-point shot that counts. We're locked up 65-all, 47 seconds out from three-quarter time. Shannon, ball just went behind him for a second. Now EJ Stevens almost clipping the Bruins coach right there.
The Bruins coach should sit down then, maybe. Oh, that'll be a foul.
And a foul has been drawn against it. So it's against Charlie McBeef, and it's already 5.
I think that'll be free throws for Lewis Mason.
Yeah, it'll be the bonus, so they'll go to the line now for 2 shots.
And while we're preparing for this, people at home might be wondering where Jason Cadee is marquee signing for the Bruins. Jason's not available to play today, and a bit of a shame for the Falcons fans because he's been a superstar of the league, or any league he's been playing in, but he is not here tonight.
First shot down from Lewis Mason. In the meantime, Jude Jennings coming onto on the court now. Mason lines up the second shot.
Look at that.
2 from 2. Narrow lead heading into the end of three-quarter time now. Galloway. Scott Stevens right on top of him at the moment. Every point crucial at this point. But Jennings almost came off with another steal as a foul has been drawn. On Bubak will go to the line for 2 shots as he takes the Foot Locker advertising boardings right there. Of course, one of our primary sponsors here at the NBL1 East, and no doubt all those shoes getting a good workout on court at the moment.
I think that the advertising signage is getting a good workout, Connor.
So now down to 1. One more shot. Could see us leveled up at 67 all with 23 seconds still, three-quarter time. And he does that, Bubak. So now Miles Cherry taking charge at the moment. Clinton. Got Galloway and Bubak right on top of him at the moment. Drops it back for Stevens. And now with Cherry, they're going to fire out wide for Alexander Clinton from outside the arc. 3-point shot right on top of three-quarter time. A statement from the Newcastle Falcons. Break time on quarter called, I should say three-quarter time, with a massive 3-point shot statement to take a 70-67 lead.
Yep, Bruins there in that 1-3.
So they've got O'Boyle just on top of the centre court line at the moment.
Yep, Leo O'Boyle right on halfway there. He knows it's his ball and he's ready to inbound it.
So time is on. Goodwin dropping back just in front of his hoop at the moment, trying to take Thomas Buvak on. Good spin there from Goodwin. Trying to get round him at the moment. He's got O'Boyle that drops back. Galloway trying to apply pressure. Stevens now looking for it. Intercept lane. It's Jalen Galloway coming up with a massive play, but he's left the ball behind and he's drawn a foul.
A bit unlucky there, Alex Clinton. He was sort of in the wrong place at the wrong time, but that was a great steal from Galloway.
And it will be Alexander Clinton with the foul, with the defensive read. And it will be Galloway going to the baseline at the moment.
Yeah, not a bad foul, that's for sure. He was going to get dunked on otherwise.
So he's dropping it back for Jaden Ebik, wrapping round, Thomas Buvak. Buvak doesn't like what he's seeing at the moment. Now he's going to try and take the shot up from wide of the arc. It doesn't sit down, but Ebik, the basket's wived away. Offensive foul called.
Referee Cozier says he's climbed up over the top of Jaden Goodwin, and you just can't do that. So great boxing out from Jaden Goodwin. Outsized, but all heart.
Half-court shot for Cherry, dropping it back for Goodwin. Okay. Now it's on for Alexander Clinton. Gets the ball in and around blankly. Now Cherry. Drops it back for Alexander Clinton, looking to take the shot from out wide. Doesn't sit down. And they've signaled it will be Bankstown ball.
That Boyle flew there for the offensive rebound and unlucky not to retain possession.
So Buvak, substitution called. Ryan Beastie coming back in. Clinton taking a breather in this fourth quarter. You've got Buvak right on top of the baseline. Galloway looks like he's trying to avoid getting double teamed at the moment. Does get some open court space. Got two dropping back for the Falcons at the moment. Got two wide for Bankstown as Galloway drops back, manages just to hang on to the ball. Now it's Andre Wolford. Wolford trying to snake his way in and around the arc at the moment. Time expiring, 7 seconds, going wide. It just rolls off the rim. And it will be Newcastle ball. They've ruled Jaden Ebik, just got a touch to it at the last second.
Yeah, Wolford really pushed out there of his shot, but he's been very effective.
Meantime, Goodwin coming up out of the arc now. Up over center court, Beastie for Miles Cherry. Just trying to manage this narrow lead. Now it's EJ Stevens finding Goodwin again. Gets in and around Buvak. Now Cherry gonna try and take the shot himself, and he pops up for 2 points. Now Galloway. Difference out to 4 so far, conceding the first point off the fourth. Now he's going wide of the arc. Can't get the free this time, and Goodwin with the save.
Yeah, good to see the Falcons rebounding as a team there.
Stevens
they're all focused
almost
on that.
Lost it now. Beastie looking for a free in response, and he does get the free! A massive three-point shot from Ryan Beastie. And substitutions called. Atua Maluach coming on court at the moment. Leo O'Boyle will heading to the bench now.
Yeah, O'Boyle just got a delay of game warning there. The ref asked him to leave the ball alone. So it's probably just in a bit of get caught up again with the Australian interpretation of the rules, but he can't knock his enthusiasm.
Buvak, the blankly, now Wolford. Wolford finding Galloway through the hands, now back to Buvak. Galloway coming in and around, but the long levers of Miles Cherry pinched it out of the thin air. Now Mature on the counter-attack, drops it back. EJ Stevens going wide, and 3 more points on the board! And a timeout has been called by Bankstown. 7 minutes, 38 left on the clock. The Bruins now
play good defense, and good things will happen for you.
So the opening stages of the fourth quarter not going the way Galloway would have hoped for. He gets away to Buvak under heavy traffic. Bruins trailing by 11 at the moment. And Keys faked the three-point shot. Now Wolford just being a little bit wide. Now back for Galloway. Looking to drive this one in close.
Oh, wow.
But it's taken the hands of Miles Cherry. And now they're going down court audaciously. E.J. Stevens going in close. Bucket counts and an extra shot added on top.
Yeah, great find Stevens running the floor. And he not only made sure he made that basket, but picked up yet another foul.
And Andre Wolford picking up the foul right there. So an extra shot for E.J. Stevens.
It was all created from that big block from Miles Cherry. Didn't even get off the ground and managed
launch
to
on the
block
half-court shot paid off.
Yeah.
And they really made it stick for a three-point play. Hey, that one really hurt the Bruins that time.
Well, that's a 14-point lead if my maths is holding up.
Hayden Blankley under pressure from Matua, gets it back to Kalen Byer. Byer looking to try and go in close at the moment, but a foul's been called against, you'd have to say perhaps Jaden Goodwin, yes.
Well, he's the one that looks most disappointed, and I understand why. I think he was doing a good job fronting there, but it's only his first foul.
So Byer for Wolford under pressure from Stevens. He drops it back for Kalen Byer. Byer, first Cherry, and it comes back for Keys, and another foul's been drawn. This one going against E.J. Stevens.
Well, there's a few words being had here, but
yeah, Beastie and Keys having
I think
a friendly exchange right there. Perhaps we should brew him a cup of tea.
I think Keys was a bit upset that Stevens fouled him there, but he wasn't just going to stand there and be dunked on. And Stevens just went for the ball. Clean foul, nothing to worry about. Maybe just a bit of frustration from the Bruins. They're down 14 points now, and there's a...
They ruled it wasn't in a point-scoring situation. There's a lofting pass back to Dominic Keys. Now Byer. Byer going over the top for Blankley, and it rolls away. Keys comes back down with the ball, and another foul's been drawn. This time against Ryan Beastie, so that'll be his third personal foul as team fouls running up for the Falcons. That's their fourth team foul of the quarter.
Hayden Blankley really unhappy as well, said he was fouled. I think he's made a really nice move, and maybe he got poked in the eye as well. Really looking very uncomfortable out there at the moment.
First free throw shot made by Dominic Keys. Now shaping up for the second.
He's quietly got up to 18 points too, Connor, so he's been handy for them.
So down to 12 at the moment. It's 81-69, the way of the home side. Goodwin managed to smuggle that ball out for Matua. Good play. Now E.J. Stevens firing for Beastie. Back to Matua. Didn't figure the free. Just held on for the moment. Now Beastie.
Wisely using the clock, making the Bruins play some defense.
Trying to get away from Wolford. Now Matua going in close. Trying to get away from Kalen Byer. Drops it back for Stevens. And he's taking the shot. And a shot clock violation by the seams of it, but instead a foul's been drawn against Kalen Byer.
Yeah, 1 second left on the shot clock, and Jaden Galloway, I think, has been called for that foul.
Kobe Shannon swapping out Jaden Goodwin. So a good stint from Jaden Goodwin. Now E.J. Stevens for two.
Falcons bailed out there by the Bruins. They really had nothing happening on offense for 23 seconds. But now, converted it into a two-point play.
2 from 2 from E.J. Stevens right there. 14 points the difference at the moment. 6 minutes left till full time. Byer fires a pass out wide for Wolford. Wolford going to come in close, but it's been denied by the Falcons. And Stevens now right on top of the Bruins arc, trying to get away from Blankley, and it's pinched off by Dominic Keys. Now Bankstown trying to go the other way. Byer fires a pass out for Wolford, wide of the arc, and that's 3 points on the board. So Shannon now looking to take this layup deep. Beastie doesn't like what he's seen, looking to try and wrap around. And drops it back from the tour. Now Kobe Shannon.
Took a long time to get
Got
the ball to
Sherry on
Miles
the
Cherry
inside,
there.
looking to try and drive this one in close, taking the shot, and it rolls in for another 2 points. And that is a double-double performance, 20 points and 10 rebounds for Miles Cherry.
Not to mention the blocks, which have been absolutely huge from Miles Cherry.
Walford under pressure, Bayer now, looking to try and get a bit of open court. Keys trying to use him as the screen. They fire it out wide for Galloway. Under pressure from Beastie, trying to go in close. No, he fought. Eyes out for Blankley. Wouldn't count for anything, but it will be another rebound for the Falcons.
Oh.
They bring Matua onto the ball with great pace. Matua rolls away. And it comes down with Keys. Now back with Andre Walford.
Exciting basketball from the Falcons.
Blankley back to Walford. Now Bayer. Bayer managing to use the screen of Keys right there, trying to roll it in for two, doesn't do so, and Beastie pinches that one away.
Yeah, Keys wide open under the basket there. Coach Sardi really unhappy now.
Shannon now for Miles Cherry, dropping it back. Shannon going wide at the arc, and it doesn't sit down for free. Blankley manages to keep it in play. Now he's looking to drive in close to the hoop. Hoop trying to get past Cherry, he doesn't do so, and it's another rebound for Beastie, and that's a double-double for him as well. 4 minutes down, 85-72. The Falcons are up at the moment. Now Maluach signaling EJ to drop back. Cherry for EJ Stevens, trying to keep the ball away from Galloway the best they can. And Walford, as time expires on the shot clock, looks to take the shot, and it's 2 more points for EJ Stevens.
The Falcons doing a great job of using all of the shot clock. You can't score if you don't have the ball, and the Bruins having to play a lot of defense.
Blankley, he lost the ball, but he'll get it back.
That's another block from Miles Cherry.
Leo Boyle giving Matua a breather. 59 attempts. Meantime, the Falcons an even 32 of 64, including that. Now, 8 from 21 off the 3-point shots. Still not exactly the great accuracy, but it is getting them the lead nevertheless now. Keys dropping back. It's now Edwards back out there. As Walford going from wide. The basket doesn't sit down, but it drops back now. Edwards taking another shot, rebounded away, and O'Boyle comes up with a save.
Well, skied to get that, didn't he?
Beastie for O'Boyle. He had Edwards right up in his face. Now Ryan Beastie going for Cherry on the inside. Now they're dropping it back once again, using the shot clock to their full advantage. Now O'Boyle. The turnover there, but O'Boyle gets the ball back. Now Cherry trying to go for a roll and doesn't get it, and Andre Walford runs it back. Now Edwards, Walford for Galloway. Just going to try and take a step back. Now McBeef under pressure from Beastie, trying to get a shot away, not looking likely. Walford has to go back for that one. On EJ Stevens under pressure.
Yeah, that's as good as scoring if you can force a turnover like that. And again, the Bruins, they just don't have time to be playing with the ball for 20 seconds.
And it will be with Newcastle from very good position courtside. And a timeout has been called by the Falcons.
As they come out, you'd expect to see them go inside the Keys. He's been the key for them. You know, he's a good matchup for Cherry inside.
So play resuming just in front of the scorer's bench. Godwin, he goes to ground. It'll be a jump ball called after a bit of a wrestle with Charlie McBeef.
Yeah, no surprise to see the Bruins immediately double team. They're not going to let the Falcons just play this out 24 seconds at a time, that's for sure. And a good job to force the turnover. It's a jump ball, so it's the Bruins' turn. But
Floor wipers just been called in here at the moment by the crew chief.
Cutest floor wipers out on the floor here in a moment in sun, a moment of glory.
So from Edwards over the top for Dominic Keys. He's got Cherry right up on top of him at the moment. You know, he's driving downtown, trying to go close. He does get 2 points though. So it's a single point. It's down to 13 points, I should say. Single point still a little bit way off now. Goodwin
Yeah, extended pressure now on the defensive end.
Walford really trying to get up in his face. He gets Beastie. Leo O'Boyle onto the ball. O'Boyle dropping back for Beastie. Forward the three-point shot as a foul's been drawn.
Young Charlie McBeath wrong-footed there by the wily veteran who is Ryan Beastie.
So 4 fouls against Charlie McBeath right there.
And 14 fouls each, so we could be expecting to see some free throws here in the next 2 minutes, I think.
So Cherry now. Goodwin dropping back in and around. Walford once again trying to get up in his face. Now Cherry for Beastie. Good shot inside for Leo O'Boyle for another 2 points.
I think the Bruins lost track of Leo O'Boyle there.
Galloway trying to spin in and around Beastie. And there's his first 2 points of the second half.
He's an excitement machine though, isn't he? That was great.
Beastie trying to wrong foot Galloway there. O'Boyle centre court. Goodwin back out wide for Beastie. He can try and bring Cherry onto the ball. He's got Edwards pressuring. Bring Cherry, double team, dropping back for Leo O'Boyle. Trying to take a shot for free, and he gets it as the Falcons clear 90.
Wow, and the Irishman is pretty happy with that. Welcome back, Leo O'Boyle. Good to have you.
Galloway now, 1:18 on the clock. And he drops it down. It'll just be a 2-point shot.
Miles Cherry wondering where the ball carriers are, but they've caught up with him now.
Meantime, O'Boyle trying to get away from Jesse Edwards. Now Kobe Shannon.
Well, the Bruins really just can't
Back
let
for
them toy with
Goodwin.
them
Now
here.
Beastie. O'Boyle on the inside as time starting to tick down. Cherry popping it up for 2, and he's rewarded.
Well, this will be the one that got away for the Bruins. They had a 19-point lead at quarter time.
Shot goes wide, but the ball comes back from McBeath as a foul's been drawn.
Yeah, he hasn't quit really, McBeath. He's played hard the whole time.
So the basket will count, and there will be Charlie McBeath going to the line for one more. Thomas Buback coming in for the final 3/4 of a minute. Jude Jennings getting some time as Kobe Shannon's back to the bench now. He deserves it.
Yeah, Coach Morgan giving some of his younger players some valuable minute, or a valuable minute here, but also great to acknowledge the starters and the work they've done.
Simon Troop also out there as the extra shot converted. And Jamar Fleming also from the baseline. There's another timeout called.
Well, this would be to run a play for the young guns and let jet lag.
Well, and posting 10 points in his first game as well, so good start, double-digit points posted.
Absolutely. It's still been Keys. It's been the and Wolford. They've been the difference for, and Galloway late, but you look like it's going to be all
Goodwin
sorts of
faking it
trouble,
out, dropping it back for O'Boyle on the other side of the court. Ball goes to the ground on the side, and it will be Newcastle ball again.
Yeah, and Bankstown playing out every minute here. When you're in this part of the season, the points difference can actually be critical later on in the season. So Coach Sardi will be keen to try and make sure he gets as close as he can here.
Goodwin, dummy once, going wide for Jennings, but he manages to reel that one in. Dropping it back, trying to get a shot away, back to Goodwin. Finding a pass, open line for Leo O'Boyle, couldn't get the free this time. Keys managing to keep it in. O'Boyle almost with the steal right there. Now Edwards trying to go for a shot from out wide with 23 on the clock, and he does get a 3-point shot. So we're down to 9 with 22 seconds left. And another timeout called by the Newcastle Falcons. That will be their last one for the night. So he's finally been given a breather, Jalen Galloway, after a massive stint.
They've left Keys out there though, which shows their intention is that this game isn't over.
So with Goodwin, no faking out this time. No Boyle dropping it back, but Keys comes up with the ball off a turnover. Looking to drive this one in close. It's another 2 rolled down. 7 points the difference with 13 seconds on the clock. Goodwin, audacious pass over the top. Well, they managed to get to it through Troop. Dropping it back for Jennings. Trying to avoid getting double teamed. Dropping it back O'Boyle for Jaden Goodwin. As time expires with the final second, it will be the Newcastle Falcons hanging on for a 7-point win over the Bankstown Bruins. walking away from home court, 94-87 winners after another massive second half performance.
Yep.